Hi folks, and welcome to this second video on Bitzee. I've had this for 2 weeks now, so I'm going to give an overall review on how I found it. But the first thing I want to mention is this warning that's on the toy. A couple of people have mentioned in the comments that they were concerned about this toy causing an epileptic fit in people who suffer from epilepsy because of the flashing. And they asked me if there was a warning on the box, and there is here. It says, this toy produces flashes that may trigger epilepsy in sensitized individuals. To reduce exposure to such potential, play in a well-lit room. And do not flash lights directly into eyes. What does it mean by that, Paul?
I would think it means don't sort of like get too close to it. Don't stare into it.
Well, that's rather odd because it's something that's basically to be looked at, isn't it?
Well, it is. It's something to be looked at, something to be stared at. You know, it is a screen, and you're interacting with the screen, so you're looking directly at it and having it quite close because it's relatively small.
So the flickering is worse on screen than it is in real life, but it does flicker in real life, and I find it a bit concerning. Because even in somebody who doesn't have epilepsy, if a kid gets obsessed with this, as some children will, I can't imagine it'd be good for them.
No, I mean, it is a highly novel way of producing an image using this persistence of vision, but the image is like old-style monitors. It's not very good at all.
They did have problems with old-style monitors flickering in the past, didn't they?
That's right. And this is like a poor quality monitor, so whilst it's novel, I can't imagine it being great for eyes, even if we're just talking about eye strain or headaches.
Yeah. Huawei brings out Doggy this fall. That's using persistence of vision technology for the tail.
That's right, to convey messages through the wagging of the tail, like writing them in the air, like I'm hungry or something like that.
So presumably that will also have a warning on it about epilepsy.
Yeah, could have the same issues,
But we think that it might not be such a big issue with that.
Because you're not looking at the screen all the time, are you? It's like a full toy, and the tail is just part of it.
Yeah, whereas with this, you've got to look at it all the time.
That's how you interact with it,
So the next thing I'm going to talk about in this video is how you use Bitzee, because when I first got this I was very confused, and I have seen other people being confused about how you're supposed to use it when they first open it, and this was largely to do with the instructions. They're a bit all over the place. I wasn't sure where I was supposed to be looking first. So I'll briefly go over this instruction manual now that I understand everything about this toy. So at the top of the page it says, Bitzee, use treats to collect all 15 pets. What that means is every time you evolve a Bitzee, you get given an item of food that you put in a jar, and you use the item of food to attract another pet. And it has all the pets here listed with the food that attracts them. So the bone attracts the dog, the fish attracts the cat, oddly a chicken drumstick attracts the turtle, and so on. So next we have a depiction of 10 different pets, and it says common. This I find is a bit confusing, that it's split the pets up into common, rare and legendary, because there isn't really any difference between these. I thought, does common mean that you get these items of food first to attract the pets, and you won't get the what's called in rare till later, and legendary not for a long time, but That's not true, because before I got all of these pets, I got the multicoloured ice cream, which attracted the butterfly, which is supposed to be rare. So that doesn't really seem to mean anything. So there's 15 of these pets altogether, and you collect them over time. By each time you get a pet developing, you get given an item of food randomly, it seems, and that'll let you attract one of these other pets. So when I unboxed the Bitzee, one of the things I unboxed was this intriguing QR code, and I thought, oh, I wonder what that does, because it's not written on it. And it tells you about it here in the instructions. Scan to learn more and for additional languages. Well, I don't know what the learn more is. I think it's mainly just to get the instructions in other languages, because the printed instructions are only in English. The next part of the instructions is talking about what you do when you first open the box with your Bitzee in. It tells you to swipe once from left to right, but it doesn't tell you to remove the plastic foam, which I didn't realise I had to do for a while. Then the dog pet appears. You've got this caution about only touching the edge of the screen, and then you have a tutorial about how to play with the dog. So you touch the dog from above, then next it has this two-ended arrow, and I've seen other people and other videos, and I include myself here, I didn't realise you had to actually tilt the box. You automatically think you're doing something with the screen, but no, you have to tilt the box, and then this other arrow means tilt the box the other way, and then these two arrows that are crossed means you've got to shake the box, and then you lift the box up quickly and put it down. That makes the pup jump, and then you can enter a menu by swiping the bar, and the knife and fork symbol, you can use that to feed your Bitzee, and you always select things by touching the top edge of the screen. So then you continue to care for your Bitzee, which is just basically stroking it, tilting the box and feeding it, and that will increase the love meter. Once the love meter's full, your Bitzee evolves to the next stage, and then you've got to fill it again for it to evolve into the final stage, which is the super Bitzee. Once you get a super Bitzee, you get given an item of food, a treat, so you can collect another character. It also means that you get access to a game you can play with the pet that you've just evolved. So this was something else that confused me, because I couldn't work out what I was supposed to be doing in the game, because to find out how to play the games, you've got to turn over the instructions and look on the back. So in the middle of the back side, we've got Super Bitzee Games, and we've got Rocket Pup. So that shows you how to play the game with the pup. And it also lists all the other games for the other 15 pets. There's a lot of variation with these games. This one, which is the game that you get with the snail, you plant a seed and then you tip the box to water it with the watering can. You've got that nice sound effect. And then you shake it and the sun comes out and makes the flower grow. I thought that was really nice. And I found the skateboarding turtle game particularly amusing, where you make the turtle jump to skateboard over different objects. I particularly like the way the turtle turns around to look at the object he's just jumped over. So turning back to the first page of the instructions, we're now on 4, which talks about the main menu and moving around the menu system. So use the swipe bar to get to different parts of the menu. You've got your love meter to see how far your pet is in terms of it evolving to the next stage. You've got the food. You've got the house. So this houses all your different pets. You touch it open and then you can choose which pet that you're going to play with. You've got the treat jar, so you can see which treats you've got and choose which treat you want to use depending on what animal you want to attract. And then you've got this symbol, which is to select the Bitzee games for each pet. And you've got this symbol for altering settings. So to look at settings, you've got to turn over the page again. And the settings menu is here. So you can alter the volume, though I found the volume was fine at what it was set at. You've got this arrow to go back. You've got this to adjust the screen, but all the colours were fine, so I don't know why you would want to adjust it. And you've got this one. So this resets Bitzee. So if you want to go back to the beginning where you just have the pup, that's how you reset it. So turning over, now on number 5 in the instructions, need messages. So these alert you when your pet needs something in the 3 dots. So the second one shows you which pet. The third one shows that they're hungry and they need feeding. They may also need petting. And this crops up a lot. A pile of poop. So you've got to touch the poop to select it and then swipe to clean it up and put it in the bin. And the last thing that your Bitzee might need is it might need to go to sleep. So you rock the box to send it to sleep. If you ignore messages, your pet will run away, as my pup did and several others, because I couldn't be bothered to keep swiping up the poop. And you've got to use the treat to get them back. However, I did find that there's a way around this. So I'm getting an alert here, and it's for the skateboarding turtle, and I'm getting a last warning. But if you shut the box, when you open it again, it seems to kind of forget about it for a while. So it's a way to not have to clean up the poop, but not have the animals run away. And the final bit of the instructions shows you how the pet evolves and then how you get a treat. I don't know why it's put this at the end, because it's already mentioned that earlier on, so why? Found those totally confusing, those instructions. I wondered if it was me until I saw other people's videos and realised other people was like, what am I supposed to be doing?
I think if you're a kid and you had this, I think you'd spend a lot of time with the instructions and you'd sort it out in the end.
They're not the best toy manufacturer to make understandable instructions, though.
No.
I've come across stuff like this with Spin Master in the past.
Yeah.
But that to one side, what do you think of this overall?
Well, I think if you don't have any problems with flashing lights bothering your eyes, I think it's a great little toy. I love the idea of having the pet in a box, and the screen's dead novel, or you can touch it and that. So yeah, if you've never had any issues with flashing lights bothering you or screens or things like that, I think it's a great toy.
The games are massively novel and varied. I think as an adult, there's a bit of nostalgia with them, don't you? They put you in mind of...
the old sort of like Sinclair Spectrum, ZX Spectrum as it's called, and the Acorn Atom computers, the old 8-bit computer games,
Yeah, especially with like some of the noises and the basic sort of graphics. So that's it for this roundup of Bitzee and how-to video. I hope that's made things a bit clearer for anybody having a problem using this. Thanks for watching as always, and hope to see you next time.